Dreams, Part 1. I would like opinions from my social media friends. Last night I was up most of the night praying. I kept waking up from dreams about snakes around my home. In one dream, as I stepped off my property, two snakes started to strike at me. I was wrapped in a cloak, so as they struck at me, they only managed to bite the cloak and never bit me. I felt that they could not cross onto my property, so they were waiting for me to step off of the property. Then in another dream, I was at the lake by my home with my granddaughter, and every fish we pulled up from the lake had a snake attached to it. The snakes were never on my property. They all looked normal, except they were large and aggressive. I know how I interpret the dreams. What are your interpretations? Dreams Part 2. I believe that these snakes in my dream are the enemy. My home and property are safe because of the prayers and anointing of oil around them. My wife was told by God that He was giving us our home as a refuge for the family, specifically for our grandchildren. I believe that the snakes were waiting for me to leave my home's stronghold to strike. The reason the snakes could not strike me away from home is that I am wearing the cloak, which represents God's covering for the family. The two snakes are outside forces coming against us that are deflected by God's covering. I believe the snakes attacked the two fish, symbolizing the enemy coming against my family's financial well-being and the well-being of the family, and specifically my grandchildren. Dreams, Part 3. In my dreams, the snakes are not allowed on my property. The reason they can't come here is because my wife and I pray over our home and property, anointing all the doors, windows, and corners of the house with oil. We also walked around the perimeter of the property, praying and anointing the corners of the property with oil. We believe in the power of prayer and anointing people and property with oil. The cloak represents God's covering of the family. My wife and I are a team and work together. When we moved into the current home, we did not know our daughter would move in with us, with our grandchildren. Sometimes in my videos, you will hear the youngest one, who is lowest level on the autistic spectrum, making noise. The dreams reinforce the fact that they are now under our spiritual covering, and even away from the home, no outside enemy can come against our spiritual covering.